fucking was this? Not late, dude. Let's see how this goes, though. Ooh, I can't believe that I survived. 37 years old, man. I outlived almost all of them. There's only a few that are still alive that I knew growing up. Today's been a hell of a day. Today's been a hell of a day. Oh, you know what it is? Dude, it's not even me. It's this dumbass microphone. Oh, it could be. Uh-oh. Hang on. Okay, no. How about now? Does it work now? Does it sound okay now? Because this thing's been... This is a horrible, 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 horrible microphone. I am ordering another one tonight before the night is over. I've been saying this for like 2 weeks, but today I am definitely getting a new one. This has got to go. What about this? Oh, okay, that doesn't work. Hey, turn down the TV. Okay, sounds good. Yeah, I watched my video from last night and I'm like, what the fuck? You can barely hear me. And so I got to unplug it and plug it back in like every time I talk with it. And then when I'm talking, it'll just randomly shut off. I hate this thing. It's been the bane of my existence for the last couple of months. We're going to get a new one. I don't know what an SM7B is. I do know that a Mayano, I forgot what it's called. It's a Mayano something. It's like $160 for the whole bundle, and it's got the mixer and everything with it, which would be really beneficial in other areas of my life. So I'm going to be looking into that. I don't have an unlimited budget. I don't even have a budget really to begin with. I'm just sick to death of this mic, and today's my birthday, so I'm going to do it. And I don't. Everybody, just so we're clear, like I don't celebrate birthdays. I don't give a fuck. But it's just another day. It's a mic. I've looked at the Shure's. I don't know, man. Here's my thing. I need to be able to use it for vocals too, not for just this. Not for just this. So I want a mixer, and the Shure's don't come with the mixer. Dude, I mean, it just is what it is. That's the agreement that my family has. I didn't vote that. I definitely make about almost $3,000 more a month than my wife does when I'm working. I took care of her. She did the stay at home thing for a while. She didn't like it. She didn't like being stay at home. She didn't get anything done. The kids never, they hated it. They hated it. They couldn't stand it. They liked having somebody that would provide the structure and teach them things and do things with them. She's just not that. She's just not that type of person. So it was a family vote. I'm insulted that you would even bring that up. Like, what the fuck, dude? Do women not have equal rights? Like, ugh. Sure has a good USB mic. Yeah, I need something I need something banging, and I'm doing something else. I'm at a hell of a crossroads in my life today. I really, really, really am. I really am. It is my birthday. It just turned my birthday. At least for me, I'm on Chicago time. It's 12:17 or 12:21 on 12:17. I am now 37 years old. Roadcaster Pro. I don't know what any of that is, dude. I really don't. I've been doing this. I just need something that's got the mixer. I need the mixer. I need to be able to play around with the audio. And, higher, lower, more bass, less. You get the idea. 42. Oof. I said I didn't think I was ever going to live to be 37. I don't think I'll ever live to be 42, but it is what it is, man. Congratulations, I guess, to you for surviving that long. But, today's a good day. All in all, it is. Thank you, Dan. Appreciate it. It is. Nobody's going to ruin my day, but my day did get ruined. My day absolutely did get ruined, and for no fucking reason. This shit is ridiculous, man. My ex and my son. This shit's just fucking unrealistically ridiculous. I don't know how people get away with this shit. I really don't. I don't know how she gets away with the shit she does. I really don't. But at the end of the day, I know that all things will work out for my good. They always have. That's the one thing that me, my wife, and all my kids sat down and we talked about it today. It's since being a believer, and it's only since being a believer. Since being a believer, everything in my life has worked out for my good. Everything. I've He's not let us down, not once, not a single fucking time. I have not been disappointed at all, not once. In all the hardest shit my family's been through over the last 3 years, losing our house, just fucking everything. The false accusations, the constant fucking drama, the fucking police at my house, all the fuck. We've never once been disappointed. Never had. We've been stressed the fuck out beyond belief. But at the end of the day, he's never. I mean, it's just all always worked out. So I have to trust that this is going to happen here too. This is my weekend. I'm supposed to have my son for my birthday, and she fucked that up. Sinners ruin everything, man. Sinners ruin absolutely everything. And when they think you're happy, they think you're happy. They try and make you miserable. And I'm not miserable, not even close. Just patience is a bitch. Patience is a bitch. But I have all the patience in the world. I have all the patience in the world because in a couple years she ain't gonna have any excuses anymore. You know. And I've spent the last 6 years of my life fixing all my shit, all of it. I fixed everything, every fucking thing that somebody could have looked at and been like, "Oh, but you do this and you do this." Now it's all done. I paid all my dues, all of it, all of it. So yeah, happy date of birth. That's what it is. It is. It is. It is. But I got a good story out of it. I got a really good story out of it today. So in order for you to understand what happened to me today, you'd have to understand the last 2 months of the things that have been going on. Falsely accused of a bunch of shit, bullshit orders of protection filed, DCFS at my house, police, all the bullshit, all because of a Bible study, all because it goes back to trying to get this bitch to do a Bible study. All of it proven false. Today's my birthday weekend. Life is good. It all did get proven false. Like everything worked out. Saw my son 2 weeks ago. Everything's been kosher. Today's my birthday weekend, and I'm happy, and she knows that. And of course, she's got to fucking ruin it. So she blew off my visit, and she doesn't just blow off my visit. She fucking bashes my son over the head for wanting to see me when he does want to see me. Like I've got text messages to prove it and everything else from him from before all her little false accusations. So I'm not stressing it. But it was my birthday weekend. I wanted to spend it with my son, and he's so sick of the stress, and I don't blame him. I don't blame him. He's not getting stressed for me. She doesn't let me talk to him, doesn't let me see him. But he's so sick of the stress, he would rather just not see me anymore than see the stress. Than have his mom sweat him the way she does about wanting to be a part of my life. And I mean, there's so much shit that goes into this. And so she pulled the usual bullshit, false order protection, blah 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 blah. We've already got court on the 27th for this for me filing one on her. It's all a fucking mess. But after it all, I just sat back and the other day I did a brunette who's usually in here. She's not in here now. Maybe she is. I don't know. Is she? Is she in here? I don't think she is. I think she's asleep. She's in Europe, so she's 6 hours ahead of me. So she called and she was damn near in tears. I don't know what the hell she had going on. She sounded like she was fucking crying, and she needed to. She needed. She couldn't understand how sinners have all the money. They get everything. They get their way in everything. They get fucking. They have the jobs. They have the cars. They have the houses. They have the name brand clothes. They have the fucking newest iPhones. They get the fucking. The wickedest people get the most in this world, right? And you can just see that just looking at Hollywood. Look at the politicians, man. The wickedest fucking people are the richest. The wickedest fucking people are the oppressors, man. And she couldn't. She was having a hard time. She was struggling with this. And so I showed her a chapter in Job. Actually, let's just do this because this is what it's all about. This is what it's all going to boil down to. And this is a cool fucking story. It's really why I'm doing the live at the end of the day, because when this happened, me and Tim V were both like, "What the fuck?" It was neat. It was really neat. And I'm not one for experiences. I don't believe in I think time and chance happens to everybody. But when you see everything time and chance that lines up with this, you're gonna be like, "Huh." So it was Job chapter 21. I believe, and this is where Job explains. This is where Job explains this conundrum, right? This conundrum that the how the wicked they prosper. You know, there it is. Okay, so but Job answered and said, "Hear diligently my speech, and let this be your consolations." And this is beautiful because, and I'm starting off with Brunette because this was something she didn't know, and she saw it and she's like, "Holy fuck!" So I'm gonna show you, and then we did something else, and we'll get into all this. This is gonna be good. So he says, "Hear diligently my speech, and let this be your consolation. Let this be your consolation. Let his speech be your consolation. Suffer me that I may speak, and after that I have spoken, mock on." Right? And I think it's funny. Suffer me that I may speak, and after that I have spoken, mock on. Right? Everybody that mocks us, and even they mocked Job. His three friends sat and mocked him. They kept trying to tell him that he sinned. They're like, "You did something wrong," and he's like, "I didn't do shit wrong." And Job stood by his righteousness. Suffer me that I may speak, and after that I have spoken, mock on. As for me, is my complaint to man, is my complaint to man. And I would ask this even now, my complaint is not to man, my complaint is to God. And my complaint isn't even to God. I trust him. I don't have a complaint. I just got to sit back and eat shit until he pulls through. As for me, is my complaint to man. And if it were so, why should not my spirit be troubled? Why should not my spirit be troubled? Mark me and be astonished. Mark my words and be astonished. And I say this today, knowing that in a couple of weeks, in a month, in a few months, in a year, maybe two, there will be a day when I come back on here and I remind you that I said, be astonished. Mark me and be astonished. And lay your hand upon your mouth. Even when I remember, I am afraid, and trembling taketh hold on my flesh. Wherefore do the wicked live, become old, yea, are mighty in power? Why do the wicked live, and they become old, yea, and they are mighty in power? Why? Their seed is established in their sight with them. They have their kids, they have everything, and their offspring before their eyes. Their houses are safe from fear. Now, mind you, he's talking about the wicked, the people who, you know, it is what it is. Their houses are safe from fear. Neither is the rod of God upon them. They don't have that problem. Their bull gendereth and faileth not. Their cow calveth and casteth not her calf. They send forth their little ones like a flock, and their children dance. They take the timbrel and harp and rejoice at the sound of the organ. They spend their days in wealth. The wicked, sinners, right? All fucking. Ugh. They spend their days in wealth, and in a moment go down to the grave. In a moment. Just like everybody else. Therefore, they say unto God, depart from us, for we desire not the knowledge of thy ways. They don't want the Bible studies. They don't want to read the Bible. They don't want to believe that Jesus meant what he said when he said whoever sins is the servant of sin. They don't want to believe that. They think that because they have it all, because they've got the degrees and the houses and the jobs and the careers and they have the cars and they have all these things, they think that that makes them saved. They think that that's somehow evidence that God is blessing them. No, it's the opposite. Therefore they say unto God, depart from us, for we desire not the knowledge of thy ways. What is the Almighty that we should serve him? And what profit should we have if we pray unto him? Lo, their good is not in their hand. The counsel of the wicked is far from me. Yeah, Tiz, it's my birthday. Yep. What up, Tiz? No shit. Still got that Bible? You haven't talked for a while. You need to call me, dude. For real, for real. I messaged you. But good looking out. Lo, their good is not in their hand. The counsel of the wicked is far from me. How often? Okay. Just check your messages. How often is the candle of the wicked put out? Put out. And how often cometh their destruction upon them? I will. Love you too, Tiz. Long time no talk to you, man. How often is the candle of the wicked put out? And how often cometh their destruction upon them? God distributeth sorrows in his anger. They are as stubble before the wind, and as chaff that the storm carrieth away. God layeth up his iniquity for his children, the wicked for his children, the wicked's iniquity. Uh-oh. There we go. Let me see. Oof. God layeth up their stubble before the wind, and as chaff that the storm carrieth away. God layeth up his iniquity for his children. He rewardeth him, and he shall know it. The wicked will know it. His eyes shall see his destruction, and he shall drink the wrath of the Almighty. These are the rich people, the people that have it all. For what pleasure hath he in his house after him, when the number of his months is cut off in the midst? Shall any teach God knowledge? You going to teach God knowledge? You going to try and teach him? Seeing he judges those that are high. And when he talks about high, he's talking about pride. He's not talking about being stoned. He judges those that are high. He judges the proud. He judges everybody. All the scholars, all the masters that are masters of arts, and all the smartest people in the world. He's going to judge them too, and he's going to bring to destruction. It's First Corinthians. We're already there. I got it on the other tab. 1 Corinthians 1:19. It's one of my favorite verses. I love it when people talk to me and they're like, "Oh, but I've got a master's degree." Your master's degree doesn't mean shit. It means nothing. If you still sin, you're still of the devil. For it is written, "I will destroy the wisdom of the wise, and will bring to nothing the understanding of the prudent." Think you know it all you want. You go to school all you want. That ain't going to save you. Shall any teach God knowledge, seeing he judges those that are high? One dieth in his full strength, being wholly at ease and quiet. This would be a good verse for Dave. After last night, that would be a really good verse for Dave. His breasts are full of milk, and his bones are moistened with marrow. And another dieth in the bitterness of his soul, and never eateth with pleasure. They lie down alike in the dust, and the worms shall cover them. Behold, I know your thoughts, and the devices which you wrongfully imagine against me. For you say, where is the house of the prince? And where are the dwelling places of the wicked? Have you not asked them that go by the way? And do you not know their tokens? The tokens of the wicked, the token of the wicked is sin. Jesus said, you will know them by their fruit. All you got to do is ask, do you sin? That's all you got to do is ask them, do you still sin? Does sin still exist within you in any way, shape, or form? Do you still believe sin exists? If you still believe sin exists for you in any way, shape, or form, you are of the fucking devil. The Bible says so. And that's never going to change. No matter what you do to me, no matter what anybody does to me, no matter what they do to my family, no matter what you do, the Bible's not going to fucking change for you. If you still sin, you're still of the devil. Jesus said, whoever sins is a servant of sin. The verse going across the bottom of the screen. Jesus wasn't lying. Have you not asked them to go by the way? And do you not know their tokens? That the wicked is reserved to the day of destruction. They shall be brought forth to the day of wrath. And anybody who sins is still wicked. Who shall declare his way to his face? And who shall repay him what he hath done? Yet shall he be brought to the grave, and shall remain in the tomb. The clods of the valley shall be sweet unto him, and every man shall draw after him, as there are innumerable before him. How then comfort you me in vain, seeing in your answers there remaineth falsehood? And that was Job talking to his three buddies. So I showed this to Cherie. We went over this. And this is true. This is very true. I'm dealing with that now. The whole family of people that it's all about. I mean, it's just is what it is. Self-righteous fucking assholes. It's what it really boils down to. Hypocrites. Fucking hypocrites. It baffles me. So after all this shit went down today, and I found out that not getting my son this weekend, I sat back and I was like, man, what was the chapter that I read with Cherie? And then it was Psalms 37. I personally always go to Psalm 91. That's my go-to. Psalm 91 has always been my go-to. It's a really good chapter, but today I was like, because I read this chapter, Psalm 37, I read it with Cherie. I was like, we'll read this. It's been a couple days. I like Psalm 37. I went to it. I just felt like, hey, Psalm 37 was the one we're supposed to read. So me and Tim V got on a Bible study, and this is what we did. We read Psalm 37. So, verse 1, fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity. That is verse 1. So for me and everything that I was going through today, this hits home. This fucking hits home. Fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity. The whole fucking thing behind all of this is because I tried to get her to do a Bible study. She flat refused, and she treats my son like shit because he wants to see me, and he does the Bible studies, and it's a mess. But this right here hit home. This whole chapter does. But this right here. Fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity. And I hammer this verse because it was the same thing when we lost our house for the gospel. My wife was freaking out the entire time. Every time we got written up, every time we got falsely accused, when DCFS showed up, when the police showed up, every time my wife would freak out, and I would tell her, calm down, calm down, calm down, calm down. God's got this. He's got us in his hands. And at the end, we won. We won. We moved. We got a big house now, garage, fucking everything we could ever want. We're out of the trailer park, and we're paying less. So can't complain, right? So fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity. For they shall soon be cut down like the grass, and wither as the green herb. And this right here, anybody who still sins is a worker of iniquity. It's pure. That's it. If you still sin, you're a fucking worker of iniquity. You're not getting out of it. The only way out of it is through Christ. And if you still work iniquity, then you don't fucking know Christ. Period. I don't care who you are. I don't care. Nothing you do is going to change what is written in the Bible. Nothing. Nothing is ever going to change this. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my words will not pass away. It's never going to change. For they shall soon be cut down like the grass and wither as the green herb. Trust in the Lord and do good, so shalt thou dwell in the land, and verily thou shalt be fed. Delight thyself also in the Lord, and he shall give thee the desires of thine heart. Commit thy way unto the Lord, trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass. And he shall bring forth thy righteousness as the light, and thy judgment as the noonday. This is true. Time and time again, throughout the last 3 years of me being a believer, time and time again, he has proven this to be the truth. Rest in the Lord and wait patiently for him. Fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in his way. And if you remember from the chapter we just did in Job, the ones who prosper in their way are the fucking wicked to begin with. Rest in the Lord and wait patiently for him. Fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in his way, because of the man who bringeth wicked devices to pass. The people that do you evil, the people that do evil to us, to the believers, the people that spit on us and shit on us and treat us like shit. You shit on us. Cease from anger and forsake wrath. I love this. Because that's where I just get to sit back and be at peace. Just watch it all unfold. No matter how much I want to pick up my computer and throw it against the fucking wall, I just sit back and breathe. Like I have been for the last 3 years. Sit back, deep breath, peace. Fret not thyself in any wise to do evil, for evildoers shall be cut off. But those that wait upon the Lord, they shall inherit the earth. Evildoers. Anybody that sins. Anybody that sins. If you sin, you're evil. Period. Not going to change the Bible. For evildoers shall be cut off. But those that wait upon the Lord, they shall inherit the earth. For yet a little while, and the wicked shall not be. Yea, thou shalt diligently consider his place, and it shall not be. But the meek shall inherit the earth, and shall delight themselves in the abundance of peace. There it is. In the abundance of peace. Maybe not now. Maybe now I have to force myself to be at peace. But I'm at peace. I know all things are reconciled. I know all things will work together for my good. I know for a fact. I wake up perfect, go to bed perfect. I know Jesus paid for it all. I preach the gospel faithfully, and I've lost everything in doing so. But I've never lost. The meek shall inherit the earth and shall delight themselves in the abundance of peace. The wicked plotteth against the just and gnasheth upon him with his teeth. This is true. It's absolutely true. The wicked plotteth against the just, and gnasheth upon him with his teeth. The Lord shall laugh at him, for he seeth that his day is coming. Do whatever you want to me, my family, to the people I roll with. Do whatever you want. Say whatever the fuck you want. Judge us, talk shit, whatever. Your day is coming. The wicked have drawn out the sword and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and needy and to slay such as be of an upright conversation. Upright means perfect. Their sword shall enter into their own heart, and their bows shall be broken. A little that a righteous man hath is better than the riches of many wicked. Right there. And I love this because it contrasts Job 21. It contrasts Job 21 perfectly. Because in Job, he said the wicked are the ones that have it all. They're the ones that still sin. And the sinner could be the junkie on the corner. It doesn't matter. You don't have to have nothing to be, having nothing doesn't make you righteous. But the people that have it all, Jesus said, how hardly shall a rich man enter into the kingdom of God? It would be easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle. A little that a righteous man hath is better than the riches of many wicked. Look at that. A little that a righteous man hath is better than the riches of many wicked. And I sit back in the fucking neighborhood I live in the house that I live in, with the things that I have, and the family that I have, and the kids that I have, and everything that has taken 6 fucking years for me to earn, right? And know that the little bit that I have is better than the riches of many wicked. It's a beautiful thing. For the arms of the wicked shall be broken, but the Lord upholdeth the righteous. The Lord knoweth the days of the upright, and their inheritance shall be forever. Look at that. The Lord knoweth the days of the upright, and their inheritance shall be forever. Anybody who sins is not the upright. The people who sin serve the fucking devil. They lose in the end. They lose. They go to hell. It's a real place. Jesus talked about it multiple times. It's all over the New Testament. It's all over the Old. You gotta know, for the most part, you got to know what you're looking at. But it is all over the Old Testament. Isaiah 5:14. Therefore hell hath enlarged herself without measure, and their glorying and their pomp. I forgot how it goes. Let's look it up. Isaiah 5:14. And I'm telling you this story and what I'm going through in an effort to hopefully give you something to go to when you're going through shit. But if you still sin, it's not gonna help. None of this is gonna help you. But at the end of the day, for the real believers who watch this, Psalm 37, go watch. Therefore, hell hath enlarged herself and opened her mouth without measure, and their glory and their multitude and their pomp, and he that rejoices shall descend into it. God's not playing. The Lord knoweth the days of the upright, and their inheritance shall be forever. They shall not be ashamed in the evil time, and in the days of famine they shall be satisfied. But the wicked shall perish, and the enemies of the Lord shall be as the fat of lambs. They shall consume into smoke. They shall consume away. Into smoke they shall consume away. The wicked borroweth. And I love this. And this give you a little bit of understanding here. The wicked borroweth and payeth not again, but the righteous showeth mercy and giveth. The wicked borroweth and payeth not again. These are the people that say, God, I promise I'm going to quit. Just forgive me this time. And then they go back and they do it again over and over and over. Sin, repent, repeat, sin, repent, repeat, sin, repent, repeat, borrowing from God, but never repaying their debt. Never actually keeping their word. Because they won't keep his word. But the righteous showeth mercy and giveth. Righteous preach. The righteous shows mercy. They forgive everybody for everything forever. They don't judge. For such as be blessed of him shall inherit the earth, and they that be cursed of him shall be cut off. And because it's me, and because we're doing this, and because I know there's people watching this later, the ones that are cursed of him. Hi, honey. The ones that are cursed of him are the ones that are under the law. The ones that think they got to keep the commandments. Those are the ones that are cursed. Right here. For as many as are of the works of the law are under the curse. For it is written, cursed is everyone that continueth not in all things that are which are written in the book of the law to do them. If you say you're gonna go by the law, you have to keep the whole fucking thing perfectly. If you don't, you lose. If you don't, you lose. 613 laws, 10 commandments included. If you're trying to live by that and you think that you gotta somehow do your best to keep them laws, you're going to lose. All you do is fail. For such as be blessed of him shall inherit the earth, and they that be cursed of him shall be cut off. Everybody that thinks they got to keep that law, you're going to be cut off. So all you do is fail. The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, and he delighteth in his way. Though he fall, he shall not be utterly cast down, for the Lord upholdeth him with his hand. Though he fall, he shall not be utterly cast down, for the Lord upholdeth him with his hand. I have been young and now am old. I love this. I have been young and now am old. Melvin does not keep all the laws. You already know that answer. He claims to, but he doesn't. We all know it. That's why he gets so fucking angry when you ask him about it. I have been young and now am old. Yet have I not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread. And going back after everything that we went through today, everything that my wife went through, dealing with the police and all the bullshit, all of it, all over again, because she Out of everything, the one thing that my entire family agrees on is that not once since we put the Bible first, not once, and I mean actually first, and figured it out. Not once since I've been a believer. It took me about 5.5 months, somewhere between 4.5 and 5.5 months to get my wife converted. On other videos, I've said 6 months because I just round up. It doesn't matter to me, right? It took me about 4.5, 5.5 months to get my wife to sit down and actually do the study. Once she did, she's been a believer ever since. And my kids were day one. I converted them. My kids were the first people I showed this to because that's, as a dad, that's what you do. You love your children enough to tell them the truth. But you got to make sure you're actually telling them the truth. I have been young and now I'm old, yet have I not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread. He is ever merciful and lendeth, and his seed is blessed. Stick around, Mr. Plays with E. This whole story's got a really cool, you'll see. Depart from evil and do good, and dwell forevermore. For the Lord loveth judgment, and forsaketh not his saints. You can't be a sinner and a saint at the same time. You're one or the other. You can't be both. You cannot be both. You either got to trust that he paid for it all and reconciled all things and you're a saint. Perfect. There is no sin. Or you think you're a sinner and you're a sinner. Can't be both. For the Lord loveth judgment and forsaketh not his saints. They are preserved forever, but the seed of the wicked shall be cut off. The righteous shall inherit the land. He's talking about Israel, and dwell therein forevermore. Forever. The righteous shall inherit the land and dwell therein forever. The mouth of the righteous speaketh wisdom, and his tongue talketh of judgment. Judgment is looking somebody dead in the fucking eyes and telling them, if you sin, you're of the devil. That is fucking righteous judgment. That is execution of the proper judgment. And in doing so, you will fucking lose it all. There's another chapter we're going to do after this, but I want to show you something really fucking cool. You guys are like this. The mouth of the righteous speaketh wisdom, and his tongue talketh of judgment. The law of his God is in his heart. None of his steps shall slide. None. Zero. Can't sin. The wicked watcheth the righteous, and seeketh to slay him. This is what my ex has been doing to me for a long time. The Lord will not leave him in his hand, nor condemn him when he is judged. The Lord will not leave me in the wicked person's hand. It's not going to happen. Nor condemn him when he is judged. I will not be condemned. I am flawlessly made perfect by the blood of Christ. Wait on the Lord and keep his way, and he shall exalt thee to inherit the land. When the wicked are cut off, thou shalt see it. I have seen the wicked in great power and spreading himself like a green bay tree. And I know it's my situation is so tiny and minuscule and nothing compared to the grand scheme of things. But I use this today because today it put me in Psalms 37. Today it put me in Psalms 37. I needed to read this today, and when we're done, you're going to see, you're going to be like, whoa, it was weird, really weird. I have seen the wicked in great power and spreading himself like a green bay tree. Yet he passed away, and lo, he was not. Yea, I sought him, but he could not be found. Verse 37, mark the perfect man, and behold the upright. Mark the perfect man, and behold the upright, for the end of that man is peace, truth. But the transgressors, that's the sinners, people who still think they sin, they still think sin exists. But the transgressors shall be destroyed together. The end of the wicked shall be cut off. But the salvation of the righteous is of the Lord. He is their strength in a time of trouble. And the Lord shall help them and deliver them. He shall deliver them from the wicked and save them because they trust in him. I spent this entire time reading this, explaining to you that throughout this whole thing, throughout every ordeal for the last 3 years of my life, right? Throughout every fucking ordeal, all we've done is trust God. My entire family, all we've done is trust God. And he has never, not once failed us, not at all. And I know he's not going to this time either. I don't know how it's going to work out. I don't know how. I have no idea. I do kind of know. I do kind of know. I have an idea and I'm ready for it. But at the end of the day, God's not going to fail us. And even if it looks like I failed at first, it'll still turn out for my good. It'll still all work out and we win. It's without fail. This is how he works. So after everything today, I sat back and I'm like, man, I need to read something uplifting. So I popped open Psalms 37 and I read the whole thing. And I read it with Tim V. So I read it by myself, and then me and Tim V did it. We did it. We did a Bible study on it. We went through the whole thing together, and then I'm here doing it again. But when I was making the description, when I was writing the description for this video, in the description, if you scroll down, you'll see that I made it, or I survived till 37. I survived till I'm 37 years old. I said, I survived till I'm 37 years old. I can't believe it. There's a very, very deep rooted shock that I survived to be this old. I can't, like, when I was 18, when I was 17, 18 years old, my stepdad was such a dick. He was such a fucking dick. He always told me, by the time you'll be dead by the time you're 30, you'll be in fucking prison, blah, 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 blah. Both, he also said I would amount to nothing. So he was right about one, but the other two did not come to fruition. And I don't think I amounted to nothing either. And not even close, to be honest. But I did live the life. I lived the life, and I'm paying the price. It's you know, it's stupid actions have stupid consequences. It's a very true statement. I've spent the last 6 years picking up the pieces to the puzzle that I destroyed. Please turn it down. But today I sat down. I was like, I need to read Psalms 37. And when I was writing, after I read it, after me and Tim read it, I went to go make this show, and I was writing the description for it, and I put, I survived till 37. And then underneath that, I went to quote a verse, and I couldn't. I was like, well, I should quote a verse from the book I just read, or from the chapter that I just read, and it was Psalms 37. And I noticed something, and it didn't hit me until this moment that I turned 37 today, and I needed Psalms 37 to get through today. I turned 37, Psalms 37, and then I was reading through it, and I was like, holy fuck, I'm 37. Psalms 37. Me and Tim read the whole thing. Neither one of us caught it. Neither one of us caught it. But then I needed a verse to quote, and it ended up being verse 37. Mark the perfect man, and behold the upright, for the end of that man is peace. So I'm 37, just turned 37, reading Psalms 37, and the verse that describes not only everything that we preach, but everything that we embody as believers: perfection and peace. I turned 37, Psalm 37, verse 37. Three threes, three sevens. Fucking weird. Just fucking weird. And I showed my wife, and she was like, what the fuck? Even she was shocked. Even she was like, okay. And we don't do experiences. I think time and chance happens to everybody, but this was a hell of a time and chance because I didn't catch it for almost 3 hours. For almost 3 fucking hours. That I needed Psalm 37 on my 37th birthday. I couldn't, I didn't, I was in shock. And then verse 37. So 37, 37, 37. I just thought it was really neat. Personally, just thought it was really neat. And I know he's got my back. 1,000%. There's no way. There's no way he doesn't. I'm, and at the end of it all, I'm just shit shot. Like a fucking ear to ear smile. I can't even. The fucking sinners, man. And with that being said, the next chapter I want to do with you guys is very hardcore. Um, very hardcore because it tells you what the cost is, and if you're going to be a believer, you need to be ready to shoulder that cost. Jesus said, "If a man is to follow after me, let him deny himself first, deny himself, and then pick up his cross and follow me." You got to pick up the cross. Jesus got crucified for preaching perfection. Crucified for it. They wanted to stone him for forgiving the woman caught in adultery and telling her to just go and sin no more. They wanted to stone him for that. He got crucified for preaching perfection. So you can't expect it to go any different for you. And that was like one of the first, that was one of the hardest lessons. That was the first and hardest lesson I had to learn as a believer. That people will fucking hate you for this. They will hate you, like really hate you. Like my children's grandparents fucking disowned the grandchildren because they keep trying to get them to do the Bible study. The grandparents told my grandchildren, "You can't call us grandma and grandpa anymore if you're going to keep trying to tell us about that damn Bible." I had to look at my wife today and I'm just like, out of everything, right? My wife's rode with me. My wife's a very professional woman. Like, I love her. She's so good to me. The perfect family. And I look at her and I told her point blank, like, I can never apologize for being that crazy guy with the Bible. It's never going to happen. I can never apologize for that. And so I did not expect this. And I will tell you this. So every year since being a believer, I mean, every year really since I've known my wife, every time, the birthday comes around, her and the kids, I mean, we still do, I mean, we give each other shit every day. Like, we buy the kids stuff every day. Like, this is all the time. It's not just birthdays, but on birthdays, they do like to do the bag and the, fucking little frilly paper coming out of the bag or cake or whatever. Just a fucking family thing. And every year since I've met my wife, every time birthdays come around, it's always shit that we have no use for. Literally, I mean, for the most, just shit that you would never buy on a normal day, like just dumb as fuck. And she always gets really upset because I'll open whatever she buys. And I'm like, I just look at her like, why? Like, why? Or if I ask for something specific, I'll be like, I want this for my birthday. If we're gonna do birthday, I want this for my birthday, and then she'll come home without it. Like it's, they went all out, man. My kids and my wife went all out today. They blew me away, blew me the fuck away today. And like even this little light up thing right here, my little 5-year-old, she thought I would just absolutely adore that thing, and sure did. Put up a shelf, put it up for the background of the live stream, and she is so happy. I love my movie, man. Ugh. You gotta trust him in everything. There's no you gotta trust him in everything. Tim Tim was supposed to be here. I don't know where the fuck he is. Hope he's alright. There's a link. I'm not going live till Sunday, and when we go Sunday, I'm not it's a Bible study. I'm not sidetracking. I'm not doing all that shit. So if you got something you want to talk about it now. Oof. Let me see. So the other chapter I wanted to do is Matthew 10. Because Matthew 10 is where it really puts everything into perspective as far as what it means to be a believer. You know, if you're gonna talk the talk, you gotta walk the walk. You can't just talk the talk and then not walk the walk. You have to do both. Matthew chapter 10. I want to listen to music. And You guys have no idea. I want to listen to music. Hang on. Okay. All right. So Matthew chapter 10. Can you still hear me, man who plays with E? Are you still here? Who's paying attention? Is it affecting? Is the music affecting you being able to hear me or no? Oh man, you guys have no idea. All I would say to anybody is just look around. Look around you. Look at the condition of the world. Look at where society's going. Look at everything that's happening right now. Can you hear me okay? If you just look at society, look at where society is right now. Sinners judging sinner. Oh, son of a bitch. I don't want to turn it off. It is what it is. Okay. Yeah, distracting. So if you just look at where society is today, sinners judging sinners, hypocrites judging hypocrites, everything is coming undone. Everything is falling apart. Earthquakes, volcanoes, tornadoes, the fucking snows. The East Coast is about to get hit again. Like fires, floods, famines, rivers drying up, animals all over the world just randomly walking in circles. There's a verse for that in Joel. You got to read Joel and you'll know it. It says the cattle are perplexed. We're there, man. We're in the times. We're in those times. All the signs are there. All of them. And when he had called unto him his 12 disciples, he gave them power against unclean spirits to cast them out and to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease. Jesus had to give that to them. That wasn't something you just get for being a believer. Jesus had to give it to them. Now, the names of the 12 apostles are these: the first, Simon, who is called Peter, Andrew, his brother, James, the son of Zebedee, and John, his brother, James and John, the two witnesses, Philip and Bartholomew, Thomas and Matthew the publican. Now, oh shit, Thomas and Matthew the publican. So something about publicans. Well, never mind. We'll just and Matthew the publican, James the son of Alphaeus, and Labius, whose surname was Thaddeus, whatever, Simon the Canaanite, and Judas Iscariot, who betrayed him. These 12 Jesus sent forth and commanded them, saying, Go not into the way of the Gentiles, and into any city of the Samaritans enter you not, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And as you go, preach, saying, The kingdom of heaven is at hand. Heal the sick, cleanse the lepers, raise the dead, cast out devils. Freely you have received, freely give. Provide neither gold nor silver nor brass in your purses, nothing, nor scrip for your journey, neither two coats, neither shoes, nor yet staves. For the workman is worthy of his meat. I like how he throws this in there. The workman is worthy of meat. He's letting you know you're worth what you're preaching. And into whatsoever city or town you shall enter, inquire who in it is worthy, and there abide till you go thence. And when you come into a house, salute it. And if the house be worthy, let your peace come upon it. But if it be not worthy, let your peace return to you. And whosoever shall not receive you, nor hear your words, when you depart out of that house or city, shake off the dust of your feet. TT? Hang on. You thought the music was distracting? You should hear my background. Can you turn the shit down? Okay. And whosoever shall receive you, whosoever shall not receive you, nor hear your words, when you depart out of that house or city, shake off the dust of your feet. See, then I would look at this verse like everybody. Anybody that would ask me about, oh, you can hear me fine with the music? Dick. Sorry. That's 3 minutes ago, but still. Really, I really do want a background for myself. There we go. Okay. So, and whosoever shall not receive you, nor hear your words, when you depart out of that house or city, shake off the dust of your feet. So, like yesterday, I don't know if you were here. Oh, Savant can hear me fine with the music. Okay, cool. Take that cell phone from your mom. That's the thing that's driving me the most nuts. Or turn it way down. Okay. So yesterday, Godless Girl came on the channel, and to a certain extent, I almost felt bad. I almost felt bad for being the way I was with her because, you know, no, I don't. I didn't feel bad. I said I almost felt bad. I did not feel bad. I almost did because that was the first time we met. But at the same time, she came. I mean, whatever. Even Jesus says, if they won't hear you, shake off the dust of your feet. Who gives a fuck what they think? It doesn't matter. Verily I say unto you, it shall be more tolerable for the land of Sodom and Gomorrah in the day of judgment than for that city. So Sodom and Gomorrah got better treatment than the people that reject believers. That's up front. That's right there. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves. But beware of men, for they will deliver you up to the councils, and they will scourge you in their synagogues. And you shall be brought before governors and kings for my sake, for a testimony against them and the Gentiles. Against them. So this, and this is what's crazy, because I've been in front of a judge now 8 or 9 different times because of my faith in the book, because of what we preach. Be it that I'm being falsely accused, be it that we're being evicted, be it whatever the fuck I'm going in front of the judge for being the preacher. That's what we go in front of, and the Bible gets brought up. And the judge is always trying to stay away from the verses, right? And I don't know if that's going to be able to happen on this case that we got going now, but we're going to find out. And you shall be brought before governors and kings for my sake, for a testimony against them and the Gentiles. So this should tell you right here that you cannot be afraid to preach perfection, even to police officers, judges, city officials, whoever the fuck you're in front of. That's who you're supposed to preach to. And I say this knowing because every cop that's ever come to my house, except for twice, every cop that's ever come to my house, I have made them read John 8:34. It never ends good. I mean, it always ends good. The cops don't bother me. They look at that and they're like, go fuck yourself, basically. Because you always ask the question, do you sin first? And when they say yeah, then I give them the business card and then I have them read the book, have them read the verse, and then they get mad. But then they just, whatever, they leave it at that. You can't be afraid to do that. It's right there. But when they deliver you up, take no thought how or what you shall speak, for it shall be given you in that same hour what you shall speak. You don't need notes. You don't need to practice. You don't need nothing. You just need to do it. For it is not you that speak, but the Spirit of your Father which speaketh in you. As long as you're quoting Bible verses, then you're speaking God's word. And God's word has rule. That's it. It's everything. If they don't line up with the book, they're going to hell. It's that simple. Doesn't matter who you are. Again, going back to what we were talking about earlier, the Bible doesn't change for anybody. It doesn't change for anybody. There's no exceptions. If you don't line up, you're done. And the brother shall deliver up the brother to death. And the reason that is, when I say if you don't line up, you're done, it's not saying it's a works-based salvation. It's saying that if you don't line up, it's because you obviously don't believe it. If you believed it, then you would line up with it. If you believed it, you would put in the time to learn it. If you put in the time to learn it, you'd be able to preach it. If you preached it, you'd be a believer. And the brother shall deliver up brother to death, and the father the child, and the children shall rise up against their parents. And when I read this today, I'm like, man, I've known these. I obviously know these verses. This is one of my favorite chapters in the entire Bible. I go over this chapter all the fucking time on here and in my personal time because it is the chapter that gives you the expectation set forth for a believer. If you're going to preach perfection, you need to be ready to accept that Matthew 10 is your reality. And it's the truth. And the brother shall deliver up the brother to death, and the father the child, and the children shall rise up against their parents. I'm not sure what's going on with my son, but I do think this is a possibility because his mom rejected the Bible study, and then all of a sudden, boom, now he don't want to come here. And I think there's a lot more to it as far as like, years of her fucking just slamming me every time he's around, and they treat him like shit when he wants to see me, like text messages, all that. But at the same token, the children shall rise up against their parents. It doesn't give you the circumstances. It just says that it will happen and cause them to be put to death. And you shall be hated. You shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. But he that endureth to the end shall be saved. It's the truth. You shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. But he that endureth to the end shall be saved. And the only way for you to be hated for his name is to make sure you're preaching it perfectly. And then they'll hate you. But he that endureth to the end shall be saved. You have to endure. But when they persecute you in this city, flee you into another. For verily I say unto you, you shall not have gone over the cities of Israel till the Son of Man be come. We did that. We had to leave Belvedere because of it. And now we're in Freeport. The disciple is not above his master, nor the servant above his Lord. It is enough for the disciple that he be as his master. As. This is why he says in Philippians chapter 2, right here. He says, let this mind be in you. Let this mind frame be in you, which was also in Christ Jesus, who being in the form of God, thought it not robbery to be equal with God. You're supposed to let that mind frame be in you. You're supposed to look at yourself and be like, yep, equal with God. I'm a part of what he's a part of, right? That's it. It's one body, right? I'm in him, he's in me. That's it. He considers me a brethren. I'm a servant, but at the end of the day, it is enough for the servant to be as his master. Let this mind be in you. Think it not robbery to be equal with God. But made himself of no reputation, same thing. And took upon him the form of a servant, same thing. And was made in the likeness of men, yep. And being found in fashion as a man, he humbled himself and became obedient unto death, even the death of the cross. Going back to what we were talking about earlier about him being crucified for preaching perfection. He was crucified for preaching the truth. They don't take kindly to this at all. You will lose your children. You will lose your family. Your parents will reject you. Your friends will reject you. Your children will reject you. And you need to be ready for that. You need to be ready for that. Because it's true. The only email I have from my daughter was her telling me that if I ever ask her to do the Bible study again, she's cutting me off. She'll never talk to me. And then I turn around and ask her to do the fucking Bible study again. I don't care. I care about her very much. I love her enough to say this is what it's going to be. Do the study or we can't talk. And it's not that we can't talk, it's that she's choosing not to. The disciple is not above his master, nor the servant above his Lord. It is enough for the disciple that he be as his master and the servant as his Lord. Now watch this. If they have called the master of the house Beelzebub, which is the devil, if they have called the master of the house Beelzebub, which is what they always called Jesus, they accused him of being possessed, they accused him of being demonic, they accused him of being satanic. Fucking Jew Dave got up here last night and accused me of being satanic. That's what they do. That's what sinners do. That's all they can do is falsely accuse. If they have called the master of the house Beelzebub, how much more shall they call them of his household? What make you, if you have spent any time doing these Bible studies with us if you understand that Jesus paid for it all and there is no sin, if you're not getting called the devil damn near every day, then you're doing something wrong. But I like it. 26. Fear them not, therefore, for there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed. And I like this because this goes back to Psalms 37. Fret not thyself against the evildoers. Don't worry about it. Fear them not, therefore, for there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, and hid that shall not be made known. What I tell you in darkness, that speak you in light. And what you hear in the ear, that preach ye upon the housetops. It's a motherfucking command. It's not a suggestion. It's an order. And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul. But rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell. Where's Jojo at now? Are not 2 sparrows sold for a farthing? And one of them shall not fall on the ground without your Father. Not even a fucking bird hits the ground without God knowing about it. I think it's funny, like everybody's like, oh, murder is a sin, murder is a sin. No, murder is illegal. Murder is not a sin. It's illegal according to man's laws. It's not a sin. God kills people all day long, every day. Are you going to accuse him of sin? Not even a sparrow shall fall on the ground without our Father. Not even a sparrow. So all the animals, all the bugs, all the fucking everything that loses its life every single day is because he's somewhere sitting there saying, okay, is it sin for him? Are you going to accuse God of sin? I don't think so. I just don't think so. But the very hairs of your head are all numbered. Fear ye not, therefore, you are of more value than many sparrows. I love this. God just looks, he says, you're worth more than many birds. Than many birds. Am I worth more than an elephant? No. That's the truth. None of us are. I think the elephant's probably worth more than we are. If you look at the dwindling populations. But we get into good shit here. Matthew 10:32. Whosoever therefore shall confess me before men, him will I confess also before my Father which is in heaven. There it is. Whosoever therefore shall confess me before men, him will I confess also before my Father which is in heaven. But whosoever shall deny me before men, him will I also deny before my Father which is in heaven. What did Peter do? Girls, what did Peter do? He denied Christ. Whosoever shall deny me before men, him will I also deny before my Father which is in heaven. Now Peter got converted after he saw the body risen. You can read in Acts, Peter's Gospels. Even you can't. And I don't want to say Gospels. Peter's epistles. You read those, and you know that Peter knew. He had to have known the truth. There's no way you can read what he wrote and not know it. Girls. Bargy, please. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. And this is a big one. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. And this is the mistake that everybody makes. All these stupid heathen fake Christians, the heathen buildings, they think Jesus is a hippie. It's all about love. No, the fuck it is not. He did not come here to make peace. He came here to make war. He came not to send peace, but a sword. For I am come to set a man at variance. I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And I read this. And a man's foes shall be they of his own household. The very people that love you the most will be the ones that stab you in the back the hardest. But this is why I chose this chapter right here. Right here. This is where you find out what you're made of. He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. He that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. The book comes first. And he that taketh not his cross and followeth after me is not worthy of me. Step up to that plate. You got to step up to that plate, or you don't believe. You got to step up to the plate, or you don't fucking believe. You got to be ready to lose it all, because you're gonna. You're gonna. If you do it right, you're gonna. You should. I got very lucky that my wife listened. Very lucky. Because the day that she got converted, it was either she was going to do the Bible study or we were getting divorced. It was one or the other that day. It was an ugly day. It was a very ugly day. Me, the kids, they took her phone. We took away any way for her to escape. And she sat down and she did the Bible study. I'm very thankful for that. Everybody else has fucking ran out on us. The kids' grandparents disowned them. My own kids disowned me. It is what it is. And he that taketh not his cross and followeth after me is not worthy of me. He that findeth his life shall lose it, and he that loses his life for my sake shall find it. He that receiveth you receiveth me, and he that receiveth me receiveth him that sent me. So if you receive me and you listen to what I'm telling you, as I'm reading to you the verses, showing it to you, there's a link in the description for a Bible study called Salvation Assurance Never Sin Again. Go do it. Fucking do it. If you've been watching this channel for months and you haven't done it, go fucking do the Bible study. Pay attention. Finish it. Start to finish. Put away everything else. Open up your Bible. Look up every verse. Do it yourself. Do the work. There was a guy in here last night, Pissarro. He did it today and just completely spun the fuck out. He rejected it in full. Chooses sin. You should see the comments. It's fucking ridiculous. And he had like 9 comments. If you go to the Salvation Assurance Never Sin Again video and you click on it and you click sort by the newest comments, you'll see he had like 9 different fucking comments. All of them just rejecting everything that was in there. He just rejected it. He chose sin. He that receiveth you receiveth me, and he that receiveth me receiveth him that sent me. He that receiveth a prophet in the name of a prophet shall receive a prophet's reward. And he that receiveth a righteous man in the name of a righteous man shall receive a righteous man's reward. You receive the sinner pastor, then you're going to receive the sinner pastor's fucking sinner pastor's reward. You receive the righteous man, the one who's perfect. Remember Psalm 37? Mark the perfect and upright man, for the end of that man is peace. Psalm 37:37. He that receiveth a righteous man, or he that receiveth a righteous man in the name of a righteous man shall receive a righteous man's reward. If you receive me in the name of Christ, you'll receive a righteous man's reward. And whosoever shall give to drink one of these little ones a cup of cold water only in the name of a disciple, verily I say unto you, he shall in no wise lose his reward. It's a beautiful thing. It's just been a long day. And it hasn't even really started yet. Not sure how I feel. I know I'm at peace, though. I know the cost. But even that, like, I didn't do anything. I know damn well I don't have anything to worry about. I just really did want to see my son this weekend. Sick of the shit. It's visitation interference bullshit. And she's been doing it to me for years. Such a long record of it. So bad. But it is what it is. What's up, Savon? You still here? Man who plays with E. I don't know who you are. Why don't you guys ever come up here and say hi? How come nobody comes up to play? How is it that fucking? How is it that godless girl has more balls? I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Where's Jew David? Is he in here? We've been doing this for 3.5 years, man. Holy shit. It's coming. It's fucking coming. Nobody, nothing. Fucking Tim. Okay, so stay off camera. Come up here. You got a microphone, don't you? You don't have to have a camera to come up here. Just don't fucking porn bomb me and we'll be good. And I'm blessed to have never had that happen. I've also been kind of smart about it though too. But at the end of the day, yeah, you don't got to be on camera. You can just click the link and just do microphone. You've been in here enough. Porn bomb. It's when somebody, they will go into your back room and you'll see the picture. You'll see them on camera, or you'll see their logo, and then you let them on, and then they'll plug porn into their thing, and then you got porn playing on your channel, and then strike. No bueno. It's bogus. To do that to somebody is just fucking bogus. I would never do that to anybody. But it's happened to a few people that I know, and it keeps happening to them. I try really, try and prevent that as much as possible. I don't really have to worry about it because nobody's got the balls to come up here and talk to me. They all know that I'm gonna hold them to the book. Very immature, very immature. But done to a deserving person. It's funny. Oh yeah, it happened to Nick. Yeah, it happened to Nick a couple times, and if he tried to blame me one time, I'm like, no, dude, sorry, I don't waste my time doing that shit. It is very immature. I don't got time for that. Like I just don't have. I don't have to, if it's not about the Bible. I don't have time for it. I don't. I think it's probably one of my downfalls with my son, to be honest. I I don't. Yeah, it happened to Nick. I haven't seen it. I never saw it. I was never there for it, but I've heard about it a couple times. It happened to him. Happened to it was another person. Smokey Saint. I think it happened to him. And what was his face? What's his face? The I forgot his name. I was on his channel a few times, and then he blocked me. Puss can't handle fucking scripture. What was his name? Well, I forgot. I don't know. Same bullshit. They're all the same. Yeah, Nick really went downhill. We turned him over to the devil too. Long time ago. And his life has gone to shit ever since. Ever since. Real talk. Like I can pinpoint it. I got an email. I think I sent him on the day that we did it, and it was several of us. We sat down, prayed, and surrendered his ass. Nah, man, you're gonna learn not to blaspheme, but he won't learn. He just won't learn. All his problems could be fixed so easily if he would just submit to the Bible, and he just won't. He just chooses to keep serving sin. Gotta keep that. Gotta keep serving sin. ETT's a fucking joke. Big waste of time, man. Not even worth arguing with. Like, and I know Jesus died for him too, but he rejects it. I just don't understand. But 99.99999999999% of people fucking reject the Bible in some way, shape, or form or another. My best friends for 20 fucking years, dude. Friendship is over. It's done. We're not buddies. We're not friends. We damn sure, how does it go? We ain't buddies. We ain't friends. And we damn sure ain't bros. 50 Cent song. But 20 years in the garbage because motherfucker went sideways. I don't know, dude. I wouldn't judge him even if he did want to screw sheep. It's just not my cup of tea. And it's illegal as fuck. Like, you're gonna go to jail, bro. I know. I met this motherfucker in Marion County, Florida. We called him. His name was everybody called him Doodles because his donkey's name was Doodles, and he was in jail for doodling the donkey. Is Ramos, Carlos Ramos, I think, something. I call him Doodles. You can Google it. No, fucking Doodles. The guy had the balls to tell the judge, he's like, I want my fucking donkey back. Oh, whatever floats your boat. Jesus reconciled all things. Doesn't make it legal. And I've been fucking arguing with this other moron all day today. Same shit, man. Same dumb shit. Like, just because all things are reconciled, it's not sin, does not mean that it's going to have a positive outcome for you. Like, there is still man's laws. Man's laws are still upheld in the court of law. Like, you still are expected to abide by man's laws. If you don't, it's not sin, but there's consequences. You know, and even that's questionable today too. If you really look at things, look at Chicago. How many fucking shootings? How many people do you think actually go to jail for murder in Chicago? Maybe 1 out of 10. Like, fucking hypocrites, man. Nothing pisses me off more than hypocrites. They judge everybody, and they themselves cannot keep the law. Fucking pointless. No, not. I wouldn't say bored donkey. I mean, Doodles was a small dude. Look it up. I promise you. And then I've got like, you can see if you look up Doodles, look up Marion County, Florida, Doodles the donkey, and you'll read the story. And if you inmate search, you can do Marion County, Florida inmate search, and search my name, right? And you got to click. There's a little box and it says check archived records because it's from like 2015. It's old, really old. So if you search Marion County inmate records and you search my name and search his name, will come up. We were in jail at the same time. This guy, he was a trustee. He used to always serve the trays. And when they first told me what he was in jail for, I didn't believe it. I was like, no. I was like, you got to be kidding me. So when dude came around with the tray, I'm like, yo, they really call you Doodles? And he's like, yeah. He's like, I want my fucking donkey back. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, no shit. And sure as shit, dude. And he would come through every day and we'd sit and shoot the shit. But I even back then, like, whatever floats your boat, man. I'm not gonna say anything about it. There's nothing to say. It's not for me. I will say that it's just not for me. Like, cops hiding their crimes, yeah, they do that shit all the time too. That's what I was in jail in Florida for. The fucking cop lied. The cop full blown lied, full blown. The whole police report was bullshit. I had the cameras from the fucking. I had the cameras from the gas station that showed that the cop was lying. And the state's attorney told me, he's like, we've been trying to get this motherfucker for a long time. Your case will do it. He's like, but you've got this other thing because I had a driving on a suspended plus the bullshit domestic, and so I had a driving on a suspended. He said if you fight the domestic, they're gonna smash you for a year on the driving on a suspended. I was gonna go to fucking prison in Florida for driving on a suspended if I fought them on the domestic. So I took the domestic and they dropped the shit and I went home. It was a motherfucker, man. Florida jail is not a joke. Do not fuck around in Florida. If you ever go visit Florida, do not fuck around. There's a saying down there. It's come on vacation, leave on probation, come back on violation. And it is not a fucking joke. Those people do not play. They will take every fucking thing you have. You will be stuck in that system. It's so bad. Just don't fuck around in Florida. If you go down there for vacation, enjoy it. Stay legal. I can't even. All that man's business. He shouldn't have been fucking donkeys. What up, Bush? I hope everything's go okay for you, man. Shit's shit took a slight left curve for me today. But today's my birthday, Donnie. Today's the birthday. I'm 37. My brother's got me beat by a couple years. But yeah, I turned 37 today. I can't fucking believe I lived this long. I can see 40. I can see 40 happening. If we're still here, I can see 40 happening. But I mean, if we look at society, I don't know, man. I just know we're so close. We're so close. There's so much fucked up shit going on in this world. Ugh. So Sunday we're gonna start Proverbs. Um, I strongly advise. I don't care who you are. I strongly advise you be there for that and follow along in it because Proverbs is fun. Proverbs is really fun. Welcome to the club. Oh, I'm old now, man. You man. I know I'm old. Too old for the shit that I'm dealing with. I'll tell you that. Ugh. Fucking baby mama drama bullshit. Very disheartened by this. Not gonna lie. But I already know. I already know the outcome, so I'm not stressing it. Yeah, I'm old. I'm old, but I'm happy. I've got an amazing wife. I've got amazing children. My kids are smart as fuck. I have a house. It's mine. I don't live with anybody except my family, obviously. I've got a garage and it's mine. I've got a decent house. I don't care what anybody says. Like, it's a shithole. I know it's a shithole, but I got a decent house. It's nice and warm. It's 23 degrees outside and it's 70 inside. To me, that's a good day. I'm and I'm not under any laws there, Johnny. I'm not under any laws. I can do whatever the fuck I want. I could celebrate Christmas if I wanted to. I could put up 900 heathen trees in my house if I wanted to. I'm just not retarded. And I wouldn't celebrate that shit if you paid me. It's my birthday. I'm 37 years old. And birthday doesn't mean that, hey, I'm celebrating it. We're having a big party. No, 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 no. Birthday is just the day I was born on. December 17th, 1985. I was born to a stripper who didn't want to be alone, but had no fucking clue what she signed up for. I don't have any hypocrisy, man. Not under any law. It's a beautiful thing, being free from the law. And then there's that. And then there's that. Being free from the law. Yes, Bargy. You went poops? You made poops? Did you make big poops? You made 3 poops? Good job. Did it stink? Yeah. I don't judge anybody who does anything. I don't judge anybody for anything. Where do you get off? Where do you get off? Where do you get off accusing me of judging people? I don't judge anybody. Christmas is a heathen fucking holiday. The Bible says so. It's a heathen holiday. I don't judge you if you celebrate it. I don't care. If you want to celebrate your heathen holiday, you go right ahead. Prove that you're a heathen, right? I don't judge anybody for anything. Where the fuck do you get off accusing me of judging people? What a moron. You clearly don't pay attention to anything that goes on this channel whatsoever. I don't practice anything. I'm not under any law. I can do whatever the fuck I want. Like, I don't know who you think you are. It is a good house. How my life goes. It's a good house. It is. It is. I like my house. Here, I'll throw it up here. I'll throw it up on the screen right here. But you judge everyone who does it. And you call it, where are you coming from? Let's see. Oh, Savannah, I don't know why you can't see it. I really don't. But you judge everyone who does it, and you call it retarded as if you're above everyone. But you still practice pagan traditions. I don't practice anything. I don't fucking practice birthdays. I don't practice any of it. I turned 37 today, legally, by law. Like, my ID says I was born December 17th, 1985. Am I not allowed to turn 37? Is that illegal for you now? I mean, this is fucking asinine. Christmas is fucking pagan. It's heathen shit. You put up a heathen tree, you celebrate heathen shit. That's heathen shit. It is what it is. If you're still a sinner, then that's a good example right there. Boom. If you're perfect and you're a believer, it doesn't matter what the fuck you do. I don't care. You want to put up a heathen tree? Put up a fucking heathen tree. You want to put up a heathen tree and a menorah? You want to rock both? Rock both. You want to do heathen tree, menorah, and the month of Ramadan? You go ahead and do that. I don't give a fuck. I don't judge anybody for anything. Christmas is some heathen shit. All of it is. Easter's heathen. Fucking Ramadan is heathen. All of it's heathen. Hanukkah's heathen. How am I celebrating my birthday? By being live? I'm live all the time. Jesus called unbelievers dogs. You're a dog. Jesus called them heathens. The Bible calls them heathens. I'm not a heathen. I'm a believer. I'm perfect. I'm not under any law. I can do whatever the fuck I want. I can celebrate Christmas, Hanukkah, and Kwanzaa all at the same time. And a birthday. I can celebrate my birthday too. I'm not under any law. The people that still sin, they're going to be judged for doing all that shit. Not me. I'm a believer. There's no law for a believer. And I'm also not celebrating my birthday. I'm just a year older. Today is no different than yesterday. In fact, that was the whole big thing with the heathen season series is that prove to me that today is any different than tomorrow or yesterday is any different than today. None of them are different. They're all the same. Today's the same as it was yesterday. Just because I turned 37 today doesn't mean shit. So where do you get off saying that I'm celebrating anything? I'm not celebrating shit. Whatever you say. I even mention it being my birthday. Why not? Why not? I turned 37. I lived to an age that I didn't think I was going to. Why not? Why not say I'm 37? Am I under law now? Am I not allowed to tell anybody that I'm 37? Am I not allowed to say that I turned 37 today? Is it against the law? For Bargy. Yeah, dude. For Bargy. I love Bargy, man. Poor little dude. And you know that's the shit with the shit with my son. It's upsetting my children more than anything. It's hurting Bargy. It's hurting Moogie. Correct. You could become a believer, still practice Christmas traditions, and I would not shame you. Correct. But that doesn't mean I wouldn't show you Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 1 through 7. That doesn't mean that I wouldn't show you. I'm still going to show you. But the customs are vain still, nonetheless. Even if I celebrate my birthday, it's completely pointless. It doesn't matter. It doesn't change anything. I don't understand why you're coming in here being so hostile to me. Are you mad that I survived another year? Does that upset you? What day, Sivan? What day? January what? Or does it just upset you, Johnny, that you celebrate Heathen Day and that you still serve sin? Is that what upsets you? And that are you mad that your traditions are heathen? Are you mad about that? Are you clinging to those heathen traditions? Do you think those heathen traditions matter? See, that's the difference, right? Like you're sitting here accusing, like you're like, oh, you're celebrating this and doing this, blah 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 blah. But at the end, I'm not celebrating anything. It doesn't change anything. Today being the day that I turned 37 doesn't change a motherfucking thing. I'm not in here. I'm not sitting here getting drunk. I'm not throwing a fucking party. I don't have none of that. So where do you get off accusing me of anything? That's what I want to know. Okay, so today's like every other day, but today I turned 37. Is that a problem for you? I don't have any double talk. You're just an asshole coming in here looking for problems. Go fuck yourself. Keep serving sin. Go serve your fucking heathen traditions. Go worship your fucking heathen tree. Go do that. Make an ornament that says December 17th is Perry's birthday, and hang it on your fucking heathen tree. I don't have any heathen. I don't have any traditions. I don't have any. I don't have anything. You're mistaking. Like your head is shoved up your ass. I don't have any traditions. Today I turned 37. Okay. What traditions do I have? Do I have a banner behind me that says happy birthday? Do I have a fucking blow thing? Oh, is it because it's on my thumbnail? There's a birthday hat on my thumbnail because today I did turn 37. Is that sin for you? Do you think that's sin? Is that sin for you? Are you gonna accuse me of sin because I put that on my thumbnail? You're just a fucking asshole. Go fuck yourself. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. It's my motherfucking birthday, not yours. Happy birthday to me. At the end of the day, I have no traditions. Okay. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. You're so mad because you still sin, and Perry got away. Jingle bells, jingle bells. Go fuck yourself. I don't have any traditions. I don't celebrate anything. I don't celebrate fucking anything. It doesn't matter. Nothing matters. You're the one that is making it matter. You're the one that's making a problem out of it. You're pissed off because I showed you that your heathen Christmas shit is just that. Heathen shit. Vain, pointless, bullshit traditions that have served you nothing and no purpose other than self righteous bullshit. And you're pissed off about it. Blow off steam elsewhere. You want to fucking cling to your heathen tree? You go right ahead. You won't find one in my house. Not because I can't, because I could. I could put up a heathen tree tomorrow, and there's no law for me. I'm not under the law. But if you still sin, you still are under the law, and you still will be judged by the law. And your heathen trees, and your heathen traditions, and your heathen presence, and your heathen ideas will be held against you. There is no difference. I don't have any traditions. Birthday celebrations. Oh man, is that sin for you? And you won't even find that. Like, I turned 37 today. So, who cares? Why are you mad? Why are you so upset? Are you mad that I'm happy? Even with everything I got going on, I'm still in a great fucking mood, and you're mad. Sounds to me like you drank poison, man, expecting me to die from it, and you're the only one that's dying from it. Bitter, fucking rotten, nasty ass hypocrite. That's it. That's it. I'm in a good mood, and not any, like the title says, man, sinners ruin everything, but not my birthday. You can't ruin any day for me. It's not going to happen. I know what I have. I know we don't have fucking heathen shit in my house. This doesn't work. We buy each other shit all the time. It doesn't. One day is not any different than another day. Today will not be any different than it was yesterday, and it will not be any different tomorrow than it was today. No, you're just wishful thinking. That's about it. And I'm not judging anybody. Oh, you're saying judging by my nature. You're judging me. Exactly, you're judging me. Because you're the fucking hypocrite. Keep serving sin. Every time you sin, you prove who you serve. He that committeth sin is of the devil. Would you like to come up here, there, Johnny Carson? Whatever the fuck your name is. See if you got stones. I doubt you do. Nobody ever does. I commented on Godless Girl's shit last night, trying to get her to schedule something to come up here and actually do it right. She's got to start from scratch, though. I don't think she's going to be capable of doing that. TT? If not, I'm going to wrap this up. This is an hour and 40 minutes of a whole lot of fun. Tim did not show up. But other than that, yeah. Yeah, Psalm 37 on the day that I turned 37, verse 37. Worked out pretty cool. And Matthew 10 is not a joke. It's very serious. Very, very, very real. What do we got going on here? Oh, that's why. Wrap it on up. I don't do birthday cakes, man. I'm not doing a birthday cake. You falsely accused me. You're a jagoff. That's all you did. You came in here and falsely accused me, threw a bunch of stones, like the fucking hypocrite you are. And now what? Now what? You're just mad because I'm happy. That's it. Just mad because I'm happy. You got a heathen tree in your living room, I bet. Probably too, huh? Do you? I'm just curious. There, Johnny, do you have a heathen tree in your living room? How old are you, Johnny? Who are you? Who are you? I've got my what's the words for it? No, that could be wouldn't be you. Where's Savan? Savan, you still in here? Are you able to see it yet? You able to see these comments? And for your information, Johnny, my family makes cakes even when it's not a birthday. We make pineapple turnover cake. Oh man, that shit is so good. My wife makes it. I love it. We do cake probably at least once or twice a month. I've got 5 children that live with me, so that's 5 birthdays a year plus me plus my wife. And we don't do it's not birthday celebration like you would think, but we do. I mean, we do this shit all the time. You can see some of them, yeah. Just fucking angry. This person's just fucking angry. Just angry. Just absolutely angry because I showed them that their Christmas shit is garbage. And so are birthdays. Birthdays are garbage too. It doesn't matter. And then you're falsely accusing me, Johnny. I don't like it. I really don't like it. But even if I did want to celebrate Heathen Day, if I wanted to put up a heathen tree and put up heathen lights outside my house and make my house look all heathenry, I could do that because I'm not under any law. I wouldn't do that though because God is a jealous God, and I just don't do the heathen shit. Birthday is just a birthday. That doesn't matter. I turned 37 today. That doesn't change. I mean, that doesn't change. Even if I, even if I said, okay, today's not my birthday. Well, I still got a year older today. I'm still technically, by law and birth, a year older today. So a birthday exists with or without the holiday. The birthday still exists. So saying today is my birthday is not necessarily saying I'm celebrating. It's just saying that today is my birthday. Christmas has no purpose, has no reason to exist. Christmas is pure heathen, pure heathen, full bullshit. There's no purpose of Christmas. It's just heathens doing heathen shit. The birthday exists because I was born. So there is a reason, if I wanted to celebrate my birthday, there is a reason to do so. There is no reason to celebrate fucking Christmas. Christmas is a motherfucking joke. So is Hanukkah, Ramadan. So is fucking even all the feasts that God appointed in the Old Testament. He said he didn't fucking like those either. In Isaiah chapter 1, beautifully written. There is no point to them. But a birthday is a birthday. I was born on December 17th, 1985. Today is December 17th, 2022. I survived till I was 37. I would say I've got a good reason to pat myself on the back and say congratulations for making it. Because most of my friends did not. My own sister did not. So I've got a good reason. And I'm not under any law either. It's looking like Johnny ran away. And so I don't know you. I would love to talk to you one day though. Unless we already have and I don't know it. I don't know. You guys, fucking YouTube shit is so weird. Fucking YouTube people are so weird sometimes. It's crazy shit. So this one time I was in a car. I had a friend of mine. His name is Angel Cabrera. And Angel Cabrera went to Afghanistan. Angel Cabrera was a bad motherfucker. I don't know how we do with gloves. I'm pretty sure I'd whoop his ass. Still, even to this day, I'm pretty sure I'd whoop his ass. He would never put on the gloves with me. I don't remember if we ever really had the. I know we. I used to live on a 72-acre horse farm, and no, I'm not taking a break from YouTube. You're right. So you're right. I love it, dude. It's my job to piss everybody off. So we used to have. I used to live on a 72-acre horse farm, and we had this huge indoor arena, and we used to do fight nights every Saturday, and like we had flyers and shit we put up all over town, and we got busted. We ended up getting busted because people, you know, there's a lot of people, a lot of alcohol, a lot of drugs, a lot of it was fucking insane. And yeah, yeah, sometimes, Siobhan, I like that you acknowledge that. Yeah, sometimes. I wouldn't say stress though. I would say like my threshold for bullshit is very thin. And not that I don't have patience. I have all the patience in the world, but my methodology of getting somebody to go further is not orthodox. So what you may see as me losing my patience is also me baiting the hook. So I'll give you a perfect example. If you go through the comments and you see where I'm talking to somebody, not here, other videos, whatever. If you go through the comments and you see where I'm talking to somebody and we'll get to that brick wall where the person doesn't want to listen, they're not listening. And what I'll say is if you word for word, what I will say is if you want to keep serving sin, you go right the fuck ahead. Be my guest. Okay. The perception from the individual on the other end is going to be exactly like you see it now. I seem really stressed dealing with people sometimes. That is your perception. That's your perception. You see it that way. But to the person on the other end, they see that and they're like, what the fuck? Like a preacher's talking to me like this. And what happens is they don't forget it. They don't forget it. And that's why I do it because they don't forget it. And then the next time they serve sin, they remember me telling them to go fucking, if they want to keep serving sin, then go ahead. And then they come back. The B back ratio that I have is phenomenal. Always has been. Even when I was just, even when I was just selling cars, the B back ratio, and B back is somebody that I'll talk to and then they come back later. The B back ratio that I have is fucking phenomenal. And everything that I do is tried and true. So where you think I'm losing my patience or stressed, I'm not at all. It's all controlled. All of it is absolutely controlled. But yes, I will agree with you that my threshold for bullshit is very small. I don't deal with bullshit. I don't like imaginations. I don't like people talking out of their ass. I like to hold them to reality. And if they're not going to hold to reality, then they can let me know when they get serious. What name? Oh, Angel Cabrera. Yeah, he was a ranger. Um, this was back when I was fucking like 23, 23, 24. Um, so we used to have fight nights at this fucking, and Cabrera was, he was something different. And he had just gotten back from Afghanistan and he was fucked up. He was fucked up. And one night, this is a crazy fucking story, and this true shit really fucking happened. So one night we decided to go to a party. Me, him, and my buddy Ryan hopped in Angel's Mustang, and Angel was driving, and he'd been drinking a little bit, not a lot. He'd been drinking though, and Ryan was in the passenger seat, and I was in the back seat, and it was in a town called Harvard, Illinois, and we were coming down. So Route 23 goes up to Route 14. I don't know how to explain it. And there's these two roads. They come to a T, but then before the T, there's a road to the left. And so we were on the road that was on to the left, coming towards Route 23. So coming towards the road that met at a T. It was another T intersection, and Angel blacked out and had a flashback while he was driving. And I was in the back and I was texting somebody. I forget who I was texting. I was texting somebody and I wasn't really paying attention, but I started paying attention when my buddy Ryan, who was in the passenger seat, in the front seat, he's like, "Holy fuck, we're over 110." And I was like, "What the fuck?" And I looked up and I'm sitting there, still holding my phone. And I looked at Angel and I was like, "Yo, dude, there's a fucking stop sign ahead." And there's no point to the story, by the way. I was like, "Yo, dude, there's a fucking stop sign ahead." And he was so far gone, like back in Afghanistan somewhere, that nothing we said to him snapped him out of it. He snapped last second, slammed on the brakes. The Mustang, oh, there is a point to the story. The Mustang spun around, started going in reverse, and at like 90 miles an hour, shot across the intersection and hit the embankment on the other side, back seat first. And I was the one in the back seat. And when it hit the embankment, it was like a culvert, it was like a big ditch, and it hit the wall on the other side, and then slid up at fuck. I don't know how fast we were going at that point. All I know is we missed a tree by like a fraction of an inch, and the entire Mustang was fucking all the way up until about the headlights. The headlights damn near met with the tree, but we didn't hit the tree. Now, what's crazy is nobody called the police. We didn't call the police. We got out of the car, checked to make sure the car was okay. And I'm like, "Angel, dude, what the fuck's going on with you?" And what's crazy is later on this night, he actually we sat down and had a long conversation. He broke. He just fucking broke. He couldn't hold it anymore. He told me a lot of shit I did not want to know. And the car, so when we shot across the intersection, the car that we had shot in front of happened to be my mother on her way home from work. She did not know that that was Angel's car. She had no idea I was in that car. She just knew that a car shot across the fucking intersection at 100 miles an hour backwards in front of her, and she called the police. And so the police showed up. And my mom had just gone around the accident and kept going. I didn't even know it was my mom we shot in front of. And when I got out of the car, when everything was cool, the police showed up, and the police were talking to Angel. And Angel, of course, denied drinking, denied everything. He flashed his military ID. The police were like, they knew something was up, but they looked at the military ID. They were really cool about it. Nobody was hurt. The car was drivable. We got it out of the ditch, and I called my mom at this point, and I was like, "Mom," she picked up the phone. She's like, "Where are you?" It was like fucking midnight. She's like, "Where are you?" And I'm like, "I don't know, Mom. I just want to tell you I love you." And she's like, "What the fuck happened?" And I was like, "Mom, I just want to tell you I love you." And my mom was like, "Were you in that fucking Mustang that shot across the road?" And I didn't even know what to say. I was speechless. I almost died in front of my mother. Almost died in front of my mom. And this brings us back to like, I can't believe I survived till I'm 37 years old. And the police let us go. They fucking let us go. And we went back to the farm and we all had beers. And me and Angel sat down and talked. And he broke down crying and started telling me shit from Afghanistan that I didn't want to know and why he almost got us killed that night. My mom about ripped his fucking head off when we got back to the house. She's like, "You fucking idiot." Oh my God. I really can't believe I lived this long. He works on oil rigs now, Bush. I don't know. It's possible, man. You guys are both military. Small world. It's a very small world. But yeah, Angel Cabrera, man. Glasses, black hair, short black hair, like shaved like mine, short black Mexican dude, sorta. I mean, he's white and Mexican. He was a ranger. He did a lot of fucked up shit, and he almost got me killed that night. And I'll never forget it. My mom never forgot it. That was one of the moments where, I mean, I just look like, I'm not telling you it's my birthday to celebrate my birthday. I'm like in shock that I lived this long to talk about it. And that was just one. I almost fucking died that night, dude. I don't even know what the fuck. I wonder what Angel's doing nowadays. Let's find out. Let's find out. Log in. Oh, no, it's already logged in. I'm pretty sure I've tried to reach out to him and give him the gospel. I haven't talked to him in years because of that type of shit, though. What does this do? No, there it is. I need search. Search. Angel Cabrera. I'm pretty sure he's a junior. Let's see what comes up. No, that's definitely not him. He went and worked on a. There he is. Here you go, Bush. This is him. Right there. Look at his face. You just know this motherfucker's crazy. He's nuts, dude. This guy fucking, but he went through enough to be, he earned it. He fucking earned his stripes. That guy. His buddy's smiling. He's just like, yeah, go fuck yourself. Yeah, I haven't talked to this guy in years. One mutual friend. See, yeah. See, he's friends with my old account. Let's see. Okay, cool. Oh, it's Perry. Hit me back. You know he's gonna get it. Yo, hit me back. Yo, it's Perry. Hit me back. Got some crazy shit to run past you. Miss you, dude. All is well. Perfect. So I'll give you guys an update on this. as that. Let's see how that pans out. It was delivered. That's good. So it might mean he's actually awake. We'll find out. Yeah, United States Army studies criminal justice at Argo. So he's gonna be a cop. Harvard. Yeah. It all checks out. Oh no, go figure. Look at. I'm telling you, I just got done telling you a story about this guy driving. He should not have a driver's license. He should not have a driver's license. He loses his shit. Like he fucking blacks out. Like real shit. Look at this guy. Here's his crew. Second platoon when the gun line was still somewhat alive. Man. He's a good dude though. I mean, no sinner is a good there is none good. We all know that, but at the same token, like at least you know that the story I'm telling you is true. Like this is real shit. And you see the fucking totaled car. I don't know how he survives these things. Let's see. July 10th. Still drives me crazy. No. This is funny. Yeah, he was fucking nuts, man. All my friends are like this though. The people that I hung out with, they're all like this. They're all fucked up. On a good level though. Like he did something good, you know? He fucking went and did something with his life. He's in a relationship with himself. Or wait, never mind. She tagged him in it. Interesting. Yeah. No, you could look at I mean, just look at his eyes. You he's broken. If there's somebody that deserves this, it would be him. If there's somebody that deserves the gospel, it's him. If there's somebody that needs it, it would be him. Oof, man. I wonder how this is gonna go. I wonder how that's gonna go. But yeah, we used to have these fucking crazy ass fight nights, and it was everybody. I mean, you bet money, whatever the fuck. If you had beef with somebody, you just come in, put on the gloves, and the lights in the arena would make a perfect circle, or they would make a perfect ring on the ground, and so you'd have to stay within the light. Um, we just fucking it was insanity, fucking insanity until the police showed up, and that was the end of fight night. Yeah, I was so lucky they didn't take me to jail for all the shit that was going on. But I was like 13, 14, 15 years ago. I was 23, 24 years old. So 10, 11, 12, 13 years ago. Good times, man. Good fucking times. Really good times. All part of that history. But at the end of the day now, man, like, it's a blessing to be alive. And it's really a blessing to know what I know. But all of that, I take stories like that, and that's why I took the time. That's why I sat down and once I signed up for all these children, once I signed up for all the kids, and was like, okay, I'm gonna be a dad. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this the right way. And I decided to take the Bible seriously. Like ever since then, that's it. Ooh, you just you have to. You owe it to your kids. If you have children, you owe it to them. If you have family, you owe it to them. You owe it to Jesus himself. He died for you. You owe it to him to learn his word. Like there's no, even though it's a free gift, it is a free gift, absolutely. But if you really believe it, then you're gonna do everything in your power to make sure you learn every fucking word of the book. If you really believe it, you're gonna learn him. You're gonna love him. And you're gonna love him so much that you're gonna learn him, learn who he is. And the only place you're gonna find it is in here, not in your head. There's no voices that's not God. It's all in here. God is good. Different guy, same name. Okay, whatever. Either way, and then it's weird because like all my friends are fucking killers, and then my brother turns out to be fucking military too. That doesn't. Oh, I'm the only one that got away from it, and I didn't get away from it by choice. I got whatever, and I still did 6 months in boot camp. So I don't, you know, 6 months in boot camp, plenty of years in the ring, plenty of years fucking boxing and martial arts and all the shit. And it's been a long time since I talked to Angel. I wonder how this is going to go. I wonder if he'll be receptive. He needs it. He fucking needs it more than anybody I know. He needs it. So we did 3 chapters. We start Proverbs on Sunday. I'm gonna do three shows on it. Break it down into 3. So it'll be Sunday, Thursday, Sunday. Next Sunday it'll be done. And then after that we'll go back probably and do Judges and all them. We'll get the rest of the Old Testament knocked out. Yeah, if you still sin, you're not saved. If you still think sin exists, you're not saved. You're not going anywhere. You have to believe that Jesus got on the cross and ended it. You have to believe that he accomplished his goal. You have to believe that he defeated the devil in full. In full. In order for you to even begin the path of being a believer, you have to believe he accomplished the goal. Because everybody that doesn't believe it is damned. And that's the verse I'm going to wrap it up with. Because I had a fucking idiot try and tell me tonight that hell isn't real. So stupid. He that believeth and is baptized shall be saved, but he that believeth not shall be damned. Baptism is belief. Crucified with Christ. You are the risen you. You are the risen him. In the flesh. Perfect. Say happy birthday. Aw. He doesn't know I'm live. That's alright. I'm going to wrap it up. It's been 2 hours. I love y'all with all my heart. I really do. Lost my kids over this shit, man. Lost our house. Lost kids. Laughed at everywhere we go. Mocked. Scorned. Treated like dog shit. All because I trust the Bible. John 8:34. Jesus answered them, Verily, verily, I say unto you, whosoever committeth sin is the servant of sin. That's your closest friends, your family, your aunts, your uncles, your cousins, your brothers, your sisters. It's everybody around you. Whoever sins is the servant of sin. Stop listening to sinners. The hearers of the words, the hearers of the law are not justified. The doers. The doers are justified. Hearing the word does nothing. Being a doer of the word, and I think that's what it is. It's doers, the doers of the word shall be justified. Not the hearers only, but the doers. Not the hearers of the law are just before God, but the doers. Means you got to keep it perfect. If you fail, well, then you serve the devil. The only way to do the law perfectly is to just admit that he did it for you. You can't. It's up to he did it. He did it. Him doing it counts as you doing it. For not the hearers of the law are just before God, but the doers of the law shall be justified. A doer of the law means you do it perfect. And that is to just admit that Jesus did it for you. He's the doer. You believe he did it, therefore you did it. It's perfection. That's it. It's very simple. The only way to do the law perfectly is to not be under it to begin with. Right there. For sin shall not have dominion over you, for you are not under the law, but under grace. Being under grace means you accept that Jesus fulfilled the law for you. You couldn't do it. You can't do it. You accept that he did it. And because he did it, it counts as you doing it. That makes you a doer of the law. You trying to do it yourself is only going to end in failure. Fucking stop. Stop lying to yourself. Stop lying to your family. Stop lying to your friends. And just admit that he did it for you. And him doing it counts as you doing it. It's done. You're perfect. That is faith. Yeah, I'm up. Well, it's my birthday, dude. I'll call you when I get off here. And I'm about to wrap it up right now. I salute the brethren. Enjoy your night.